Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe and please give the Instagram a follow and the Facebook page a like. Today we're actually going to do a review of the Hinderer TAD or triple aught design Dauntless. Now this guy is one of those knives that's deceivingly small. In pictures and whatnot, it can look a lot larger. As you can tell in my hand, you can kind of get the gist of the size. It is not that big. Let's just do a ruler real quick, and then we can do some size comparisons. So you're looking at a 3-inch blade, barely 3-inch blade, with I believe what a 2.5-inch cutting edge. Which, for most EDC purposes, this is a perfect size. It will be able to do anything and everything you need it to do on a daily basis. There's not much you're going to be, the average person will be facing, that they need something larger than this. It does have good action. It is actually, since it is a Hinderer, it is on the tri-way system, so it is very smooth. You kind of have, it doesn't really, you can tell it has that Hinderer feel. You get the same kind of fasteners. This is basically the same size as a Hinderer XM18 3-inch. That's going to be your best size comparison. But I actually do not have one of those on hand. So here is it up against a 940. You can kind of get the gist about the size of that. Now let's do a couple other size comparisons, like UTX 85, which is a great size comparison because you get very similar cutting edge, similar handle ratio. Obviously the Dauntless is ever so slightly longer overall blade, but the sharpened edge, the UTX 85 has a little bit more. And let's do a Hinderer XM18 3.5-inch. As you can tell, that's basically a good size comparison between if this was a Hinderer 3-inch versus a 3.5-inch. You can get a good size comparison of the difference in size. And then two more. Let's do, again, this is a Strider S&G. You actually get 3 inches of cutting edge on this with a 3.5-inch blade. Kind of get the size difference there. And then another similar styles, this looks a lot bigger than it actually is. Very, very similar. This is a Daiwa S90. It is overall bigger, like more cutting edge in the Daiwa, longer blade, longer handle, but very, very similar. It's ever so slightly larger. But one thing I will say is the action is good. It's more of a hydraulic feel than a fall shut feel. Though if you're not careful, this can fall shut. Like if you just hold this and like let it drop and you just do one of those, put your finger on the lock. Yeah, don't do that. That's with most blades. Some blades are just tight enough where even doing that won't have it land on your finger. But this is just smooth enough where it will absolutely do that. Another thing is this is very, very, it's definitely a pretty design and very nice looking design. It's actually on this side too, in the G10 as well. Yeah, this is G10. This is going to be titanium, as always, with at least a normal Hinderer too. As you can tell, you can reverse flick this pretty easily. In fact, I tend to want to do this more often than using it more like a normal thumb stud. You can wheel it out too. So if you're ever around someone that you flipping it out would possibly scare them, then you have the option. And it is easy for someone that does that, that person that you hand it to, and they go like this. Yeah, the fuller here is actually really good at being able to use that, get grip. So if you have that one person in your life, they can, or if you're that person, you can use the fuller for that. You can't quite get to the fuller for flicking it. It is what it is. Nice attention to detail. This meeting this. Another thing that I would like to show you is right there. If you can't tell, when this is completely matched up, it at least starts a complete circle. A perfect, or as close as you can get to a perfect circle. But it is a nice attention to detail that this is the same. So this right here is the same circle, or at least same cutout size on both, meaning it is great. You can go back here and you can choke up, and it is very comfortable. So you can put your thumb here, rest in that little divot there, and it is very good at detail carving or cutting, whatever you may need to do, but it's very, very good, and it's very comfortable. You can still get a full grip on the handle this way too, but that gives you a little extra room to move up. This is working finish, so it's definitely a very durable finish. I have tested that finish very heavily, just in how durable it is, and it's up there with some of the best. Overall, I wish I could say much more than this, than the fact that it is one of the best EDC size folders. Obviously, if you need a bigger folder, this is not for you. If you want a small folder, it is US made. It isn't necessarily Hinderer, but it has great ergos. I would almost go as far to say this has better ergos than anything Hinderer itself puts out. And that is a pretty heavy statement, because a lot of people love the XM18 3.5 inches ergos and the Eclipse ergos, but this is definitely up there. It is definitely a very unique design, especially the blade. You have a good amount of flat here, and then a good amount of belly here. Tip is also very usable, but also durable. So you're not going to have to worry about breaking the tip. It also is pretty darn thin behind the edge. It's not the thinnest thing you're going to see, but it's also not the thickest. So you're going to have a good amount of durability, yet a good amount of cutting performance behind this. But But yeah, for 90% of what everybody does, this will be more than enough for your daily usage. But I mean, the one problem with this is you're not going to be able to find it unless you go to the secondary market. These don't drop often. They do here and there. It would be like on the Triple Aught design page, or their obviously you could follow their Instagram and kind of get notifications about that, or but probably the best would be their website. Periodically they drop, not often, maybe once a year, if that. The last drop I was aware of was earlier last year, but I haven't heard about a drop this year. I don't know if they're going to do one or if they already have and I missed it. I do not know, but this is definitely a rare Hinderer. Definitely worth one checking out if you are able to. If you're able to get your hands on it, definitely would recommend grabbing it and not letting it go, because it's a fantastic folder with the ability to fidget with and be smooth, be capable, not be super dainty. You don't have to worry about it. And is meant to be used. Simple as that. And in use, it is very comfortable. You do also have, your over travel stop right down there. You got your insert right here. You got your over travel stop there on top of that over travel stop. So you're definitely good. You got your standard Hinderer clip, but with the topo on it. So it is going to be more unique than what you will find on the Hinderer page or on DLT or any of that. But besides the point, this is definitely a highly recommended folder if you can get your hands on it, and is very unique. Yet at the same time, a very striking and well-known design. All right, that is it. That is all I have for this one. Once again, please subscribe. Please follow the Instagram and the Facebook page. Thank you very much, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.